let's start the end game here.
Commander, many of the lords have gathered. The Darkspawn have fielded armies, and the nobles want to know how you will protect them. Shall I assemble them, or do you need more time to strategize? I will send messengers at once.
We are going to war. Now it starts.
We've waited enough. Those who are late will just have to be filled in.
Lord Edelbrecht, this is the commander of the Greys Council, not yours.
Oops.
What will you do then, Commander? I've lost whole villages to the army of Darkspawn. This is no...
Commander! Commander!
What is it, girl?
A Darkspawn army is within sight of Amaranthine.
Make her protect us. They're attacking the city?
Amaranthine has been undermanned for weeks. She may not last long.
Our forces cannot move quickly enough, but a small band might make it in time.
But that's... suicide.
We must try.
That would be me then. It's never dull here.
Unless the Warden Recruiter promised you quiet rural contemplation, you knew what you signed up for.
Fighting a horde of Darkspawn with almost certain death awaiting? Don't even think of leaving me here, Captain.
Who do you want to take with you, Commander?
And here I thought I'd retire to the country with a plump wife and several nubile mistresses. I suppose it'll have to
Anders.
wait.
Who else will you bring?
Anders.
We will cut down all
Pelanna.
Darkspawn before us, and I will learn what they have done with my sister.
Who else will you bring?
And then... need to get the fighter. Sigrun would want, but she's a rogue, and we need a tank. Ogren is always getting his ass handed to him. Justice would be like okay, but
So you're sweet on me. I knew it. It's that Ogren charm. It's overpowering. Like cave mold.
And so it is decided.
Don't you go dying on me, Commander. That's the Legion's job.
If I ever had doubts of you, they are erased. Fight nobly, and if you die, die with honor.
My family built that city over generations. Don't let it fall.
The rest of us will stay here. Make her protect you and hold you close, Commander.
suicide mission. Yay! I wonder why I don't get a feed from every action. Okay, apparently they are already at the gates.
Please, Grey Warden, save my family. My family's in the city.
Please calm yourselves while I speak to the Warden Commander. Warden Commander. I am glad you arrived when you did. But I fear there is little that can be done now. A couple of nights ago, a swarm of gruesome creatures emerged from beneath the city.
Okay, so
They
they're
spread pestilence
tunneling.
and destroyed everything they touched. Then at dawn, the other Darkspawn attacked. Amaranthine is lost. The buildings might remain, but there will be few survivors so long after those creatures appeared. Their corruption is so virulent. At least a quarter of the city succumbed within the first day.
Constable, there is a Darkspawn approaching. Alone.
Archers, take him down!
Peace. Do not be killing. Only talk. Architect has a message for Grey Warden.
As you wish, Commander.
The Mother's army. It marches to Vigil's Keep. She attacks now. The Architect, he sends me to warn you. You must save the Keep, then finish the Mother in her lair. The Architect wishes to have the Grey Warden's trust. He does not wish to see the Mother succeed.
If we leave
Interesting.
now,
So
we
there's
may be able
two
to make
sides
it
of
back
the
to Vigil
Darkspawn.
in time to save it.
And what about the Darkspawn here?
Soon, they will go to Vigil's Keep as well. The Mother, she wants the Keep destroyed utterly.
The Darkspawn has a point. We cannot leave with this other army hot on our heels. The Constable says the city is lost. I say we destroy it, burn it, and all the Darkspawn within.
Choices. So basically there's two options, so be it, destroy the city, and I'm not giving up Amaranthi. So this means that second option means that I don't have time to save the castle, but then again I have been like building the castle, so it could basically should actually withstand.
We can't lose the Vigil as well.
Instead of building, it can stand on its own for now, because like we blocked the tunnels underneath and we reinforced the walls.
You just gotta think, how many are still alive in there? Are they worth risking the Vigil? Our men?
If we destroy this city, we're no better than the Darkspawn. The Commander is right. We have to try.
I don't envy you having to make this decision.
Choices and choices.
I would risk everything. The Vigil, the Wardens, sod, even you. Stone, come on. We got a city to save.
We cannot afford to lose the Vigil and the Grey Wardens. And what humans are left here are lost anyway.
She doesn't like humans.
No. I understand. Let us pray that the Keep can stand on its own.
No, no. If you stay, the Mother will get what she wants. I will go. I will do as the Grey Warden bids.
Amaranthine, then. The Darkspawn are never this organized on their own. Something must be leading them. If we eliminate the Darkspawn leadership, we can go about finding survivors.
Good luck to you. May Maker watch over us all.
Okay, so we need to take the city back. We can't go left, so we are going right. We can't go right, so we are going left. And it's like, yeah, massive army is actually couple Darkspawn. Well, these are pretty, charters are pretty tough, but not at this point of the. Oh, really? This is not what you want to see. usually. Stunned. I could actually shoot danger close here. Let's see. Anders took a hit. And he's only one basically. Doctor, heal yourself. Funny that we have a Darkspawn friend now. So he's chilling and okay.
Warden Commander, we've received word of another wave of Darkspawn approaching the city. They will be here within a day. Most of the survivors are taking refuge in the Chantry. The militia has set up a base of operations there. You can rest and resupply there. In the meantime, my men and I will search for more survivors.
Escoronimus has liked the stream. Thank you. Yeah, probably at the Facebook side because it didn't show me the Twitch stream announcement.
It's not the gates that are the problem. They're coming from the inn.
Oh right, yeah, inn had like tunnel.
I don't know, but you have to stop them, or we're all dead. Make her bless you, Warden Commander.
Alright, yeah, they were like...
I shall do it.
Adult childer. Ugh. So apparently they are growing big. And tavern is... this is the tavern. So we can just enter here. Ogren went to the drinks apparently. Disciple General. Damn. I think he's important. Okay, he's after Anders. Clearly. Can I use crushing prison? No. No. Not fun, not fun. That's pretty gross. Enduring Fate belt. +1 stamina regeneration in combat. Well, that's not bad. Have like resistances here, but not stamina regeneration. I'll hold on that. And there's other people around. Okay, so okay, it was a trap. My character said it like a couple seconds before it actually happened. So, fireball. Okay, Anders, here. He's in a bad place or exactly right place, depending on how you think of it. Okay, there's a wizard. Flemet's broomstick. How did he get Flemet's broomstick? Limantelist grasp. This is pretty okay.
Need something?
Okay, so fireball ball to the face. That's another general. Let's use chill tactic. Yes, chill tactic would be nice. And I think I had those ranger powers. What if I'll just check them? Summon spider. Freeze. Oh right, it actually takes some time to summon those animals. That's taking about as much damage as dragon. Okay, my character could actually go away. Yeah, she's going away. although not the way I envision it, but hey. At least this fight is soon be over. Yeah. Big monster.
Commander, the Darkspawn are retreating. They are being tended to. By the Maker's mercy, only a few were infected by the Darkspawn. The Architect's messenger has given us directions to the Mother's lair. We must pursue her. The messenger said the Architect also planned to kill the Mother. I do not know what to make of that.
So basically the Mother is trying to continue the blight, and the Architect is kind of thinking for himself.
Commander, what should we do with the messenger?
Let's let him go.
Be as you said. Maker watch over you.
Let's let him leave. For once. The first time for everything. Dragonbone wastes. Interesting place and interesting music.
You must be so close. I prefer that you turn your head.
Well, sorry for looking. I can't help that your womanly splendor is at eye level.
What? I was referring to your...
Oh, you weren't talking about... What were you talking about?
Your breath, dwarf. Fell cloud that emanates from your gaping maw.
They didn't call me the lady killer of Orzammar for nothing.
Oh, Gren, where are you going? Okay, both fighters can go there. Ah, it's a three-way. So Darkspawn are actually fighting against each other. Yeah, and I recall the problem was that in these kind of games the characters don't really communicate, so they don't say that I'm going after this one and somebody is stabbing me to back. So basically player needs to be aware all the time and pause the situation. And that's really sucky situation. That was a bit too close. And that's a dragon. Surprise visit. Backstab, high dragon. Okay. Apparently that this is its home and it don't like. Slap. And there's flying. That was painful. And apparently... Ouch. Ogren is having time of his life, so... Right, those were actually things you can freeze. Oh, crane deals with the dragon. Well, that was epic. We will use the fireball tactic here. The Winters built this. Disable and disable alpha. Okay, that's probably much better. Much more better fighter. Oh yeah, I should actually remember to use Stone Fist when they are chilled, because I could actually break them. That's how. Oh no. And there's dead people or monsters. And architect makes entrance.
So we meet again. No, Uther. That is not how this must begin. I owe you an apology, Commander. When last we met, I intended to explain myself. Fate, however, intervened. I restrained you, only to prevent the misunderstanding that occurred with the rest of your order.
Yeah, the sort of misunderstanding that ends with a field of dead bodies. I get those sometimes.
I sent the
Of course.
wizard to ask for the Grey Warden's help. I should have anticipated that you might view our approach as an attack. I am rarely able to judge how your kind will react. It was most unfortunate. The Grey Wardens that were brought to me were already dead. I took their blood just as I took yours, because I had little choice. Things have not gone as I planned. I only ask that you hear me out. Should you still wish to slay me, you may try. My kind has ever been driven to seek out the old gods. This is our nature. When we find one, a blight is begun. Each time we attack your surface lands and you fight back until we are defeated. To break the cycle, my brethren must be freed of their compulsion. For that, I need Grey Warden blood.
How? Why? How does that even work?
In order to become what you are, you drink the blood of my kind. To transform. Similarly, we must transform. I have created a version of your joining that uses the blood of Grey Wardens. You take the taint into yourself. What we take is your resistance. That is how my brethren are freed. In your blood,
lies the key to their immunity against the call of the old gods.
I like my blood where it is, in my veins.
If this will stop the blight, isn't a bit of blood worth it? This is what my sister saw.
Bit of blood. How do some new Darkspawn seem intelligent?
The Darkspawn think for themselves. They speak. They act. Some, however, have reacted poorly. They are flawed and they rage against me. The Mother gathers them to stop me, as she seeks to stop you. I cannot defeat the Mother alone, and I cannot free the Darkspawn unless she is defeated. Our goals are the same.
This is what my sister saw. An ally amongst the Darkspawn. This is an opportunity we cannot pass up.
Help me kill the Mother, and after it is done, I will leave to continue my work.
Well, he has a worthy goal.
I was born as I am, an outsider amongst my kind. Why? I do not know. Why do some of your kind become Grey Wardens? Why do some possess magic? I have no answers. And how would they know when the choice has been deprived of them? Without a choice, there is only one path before them, and that leads to the Blight. I believe there is another way.
Very well, you have an ally.
What if this doesn't stop the blight, but makes something worse?
Hey, if playing with their newfound minds keeps the Darkspawn away from Orzammar, I'm happy.
This is the right thing to do. Sarani believed it, and I do too.
Thank you, Commander. I realize what a leap of faith this is for you. I hope that I prove worthy of your trust. The Mother lies ahead, Warden. I cannot approach her physically. Her children protect her from my power. But when you reach her, I will do whatever I can to help you. You have my...
I guess this is the best choice here. We could have tried to kill this guy, but yeah. Not much point. In my first playthrough, I didn't see much point, and I still don't see much of point. Thank you for following, Buzz. Man, this game must be on one of my best memories ever. Yeah, many people are actually saying the same thing. This is, and I recall this was pretty epic back in the day, and it still is. Basically, the Awakening is first Dragon Age I bought, but I didn't play. I noticed that hey, this is a prequel. This is actually a sequel to the base game, so kind of first found the base game and then went for the expanded adventures in this game. This was like mid-price game in Finland. I usually like to play games in the order of they are published. Is this your first time playing? No, this is not the first time. It was years ago with the Xbox 360. I played this whole game through. Didn't play all of the DLCs because it was like you need to buy all of the DLCs in a from the Xbox shop. But most of them definitely. Okay. Well, that's one way to help the friend with the flamethrower. Some body horror here.
Now the pieces fall into place. The Grey Warden comes, the instrument of the Father. Oh, and the Father, he is but a shadow. Oh, how my children protect me. How they love me.
I have told you many times, Mother. I am not the Father. I am simply the Architect.
It does not change what you are. You took away that beautiful music, left us with nothing.
It was a mistake to free you. It has left you with madness. I am truly sorry.
Ah, but perhaps the Warden would like to hear how it was that the Father began the Blight. You want the source of the Archdemon? The one who brought all our kind to the surface? Here he is!
Well, paint me green and call me a turnip.
There it is then. Unfortunate. I did find the old god Athemiel, but I did not wish another blight. I attempted my joining ritual. My hope was that this would free all Darkspawn, unravel the curse from its source. Alas, I was unlucky. Is it not the way of the Grey Wardens to do what must be done, in the name of combating the Blight? The Blight is a menace, both for your people and for mine. To end it requires sacrifice and risk.
And how lonely the Father was. How terrible to be the outcast, the outsider. He claims he wishes the Darkspawn to be free, but what he truly wants is to correct them.
However you feel about what I have done, the Mother is mad. She cannot be allowed to...
Begone, Shadow! Any more than you already have. And now the hero is alone. Oh, the Mother knows your ways. You will not let her be, no, not after what she's done. So it must end. It all must come crashing down! Perhaps we will hear the song again when we die. Oh, let it come. Let it come.
Nice. Alright, so, fireball. Fireball. Giant tentacle. Go back to Japan. Okay, so she cast the spell and now she's casting something else, which actually drained our mana. And Ukraine is down once again. froze her? Yes, I can. So this enemy is not resistant to cold damage. I wonder if I can get a shatter damage. Okay, that was too late. That's the last lyrium potion. Oh no, oh no. Okay. Eat the fireball. Too many of them. Okay, luckily I can actually throw something on her. And maybe on these things here. We are kind of getting our overrun. That's basically the gist of it. Can't use the freezing spell, and I can't. Well, I can actually freeze them. But then now I froze my own character because I can't really aim in this. Not again. What a slaughter. Okay, so she's probably resistant to this, but let's try it. You can continue. can't use stealth in this part of the game. Slightly laggy here. Finally. In your face. But character still seems like she's in a deer in a headlight. Well, that was something. After the death of the mother, the remaining Darkspawn force scattered and fled back to the into deep roads. Threats on Amaranthi came to abrupt end. The architect apparently kept his word, gathering his remaining disciples to follow the rest of their kind back underground. Those Grey Wardens in other nations were appalled to hear the architect's continued existence, but were unable to track him down despite years of effort. Some within Order have claimed that the architect's survival guarantees another blight, and yet deep roads have lately been quieter than any can recall. Most have resignedly decided that it's now in the Maker's hand. Word of Grey Warden's heroic salvation of Amaranthine spread like wildfire when the magnitude of the losses at Wiggleskeep came to light. Sympathy drove generous donations from the Olafrelden into the region coffers. Amaranthi was restored to her former glory within a year, Wiggleskeep in 5. Okay, it was probably destroyed pretty badly. Because the Warden's support for law and order, Amaranthi Constable Aiden and his men were able to distribute smugglers' goods to the battle's survivors in the grueling days that followed Darkspawn's defeat. The Darkspawn messenger set after rejoining the Wardens in the battle. Amaranthi struck out on his own. The city soon puzzled with the stories of a cloaked but lisping figure who aided travelers in danger. At the same time, reports of isolated cases of the Darkspawn disease emerged. No one connected the two. Okay. The war devastated the farmlands of the Erling, but the land survived. In time, opportunity would attract settlers from other regions, as always. Dirk, one of the pranksters behind the Blightoffer scam, was also enough to survive the Battle of Amaranthine. Wiggleskeep stood alone against hordes of Darkspawn. The Mother's forces outnumbered the Wiggles defender many times over, but a sturdy dwarven walls proved impervious to any boulder an ogre could throw. Wiggles soldiers clad in silver each fell dozen Darkspawn before they died. The Wiggle held one night, then two, then a week. An eventually attacking horde broke upon her walls. The keep developed almost mythic reputation, in a few survivors immortalized in a song and legend. Peace allowed the Wardens to replenish their numbers. Soon Wiggleskeep bore a capable army with Wardens at its core. From the ranks emerged new heroes challenging threats to Amaranthine and all of the Ferelden. I think if you left correct characters to Wiggleskeep, they would, and upgraded it fully, they wouldn't actually fall. Through taxes and levies, the Wiggle was rebuilt years after, stood on the battlements and pronounced that the defense were acceptable. He would never speak more highly of any human engineering. Some nobles claimed Grey Wardens were involved in Ban Esemerel disappearance, and on the eve of final battle against the Darkspawn, Dark Whispers hint that conspiracy to oust the Wardens from Amaranthi is still afoot. Among the many legends that the Vigil spawned was one of the great heroes of the next day, shepherd turned soldier named Sir Alec the Valiant, who eventually founded the Order of Knights that lasted 1,000 years. So basically the one guy who was accused at the beginning. The Vigil's sons are wearing distinct silver armor of Master Wade, crafted came to know as Silver Order. Lasting memory of the Warden Commander. With Velanna and the Architect gone from the region, the pilgrim's path began to see traffic again, so Velanna actually left. The massacre of the military elements and merchant, however, left the hostilities began neighboring human settlements and any daily clans that passed by. Surprise, surprise. One human villager soon kidnapped and murdered the daily child. The clans reacted, giving Vending Wood a wide berth. But both sides know that some point the elves will return for revenge. Few years after Galriel was emptied of Darkspawn, Orgrimmar began sending expeditions to rediscover the knowledge of smithing that had been lost within the Thoi. Eventually, House Helmi decided that Galhilor was too important to be abandoned. This is actually interesting that the old BioWare games had like Finnish names, and same trend came back in Mass Effect Andromeda, which had like Suvi in a helm of the ship. They killed the tunnels leading to Galhiro Darkspawn, making road between Orgrimmar and Fortress safe again. Galhiro was reclaimed for Orgrimmar once and for all. The time the Arling began to forget the tales of apparitions in the backmarsh and ever so slowly settled drift into the region. Scholars said that Vale was still thin and this area still dangerous, but people only cared that there were no longer frightened whispers of the shadows. The village was slowly rebuilt. Twice the Baroness mansion was rebuilt and occupied. A wealthy merchant and another origin mage both died mysteriously. Afterwards, the mansion was torn down completely and sat left untouched, so it was still haunted. Anders remained within the Grey Warden's few years longer, but when the Circle Tower called him to deliver a lecture on the manager of architect, much to the Templar's dismay, Anders thought Commander Grey that his time with the Wardens was over. Now that Anders was no warden, the Templars declared him apostate and began the search. The closest they came to finding him was rumor that he joined the crew of merchant ship with certain female captain, Isabella. Velanna never saw her clan again, neither did she forsake this culture, not her sharp tongue, not her quick temper. After several years of Grey Wardens, Velanna disappeared one day. She left for deep roads to resume search for her sister, but no one knows for sure. Nathaniel managed to survive the battle at Vigil's Keep, leading the spirited defense in the last minute to protect his family home. The first impressed many of his fellow soldiers. Nathaniel realized that life was mundane. He disappeared from the barracks one evening, sick fortune outside Felden. Justice fought valiantly. Just before the victory horn sounded, Darkspawn's sword removed Christoph's head. It was of course unclear whether the spirit of justice perished or simply departed. So he died like he promised. It was Sigrun who led the charge against Darkspawn when Vigil's Keep was attacked. Once again she had an army behind her. Once again she fought Darkspawn with no hope of survival. This time Sigrun did not flee. Ogren continued to regale young Warden recruits with the tales of his prowess in both battle and bed, of course, and his drinking games prompted at least recruit to declare that she would rather re-attempt joining than lift another mug. Felsi returned to Vigil's Keep several times to see Ogren's inability to act seriously for her on. However, her visits dwindled and stopped altogether. If Ogren missed her or his child, he never showed it. I think we could have solved this. As savior of Ferelden, she did not remain at the Chromatic Gate for long. The Darksmen were no longer a real concern. The plight well and truly over. It was time for her to move on. Some claimed she returned to Alistair, her true love, and life far away from Ferelden. Some say she served Graven's wardens elsewhere, Alistair at her side, or that two of them were seen often at Palace of Denerim. Neither she or Alistair were seen again. Perhaps they undertook some missions on the behalf of Grey Wardens, or simply disappeared. Mort assumed the tale is far from complete, which we can surmise because this is Dragon Age 2 is continuing basically the story, and it was surprised how it actually continued.